Hello there and welcome back to Railway Empire. Yes, we're back on the train game. Ready for another weekend. Um, also, apologies real quick. This video is gonna be late. It's gonna be very, very late. Unfortunately. Had some things happen, so had to go take care of those during the time that I'd usually record this, and well, I had to record it later. That's okay though. That's okay. And also, you probably noticed. I don't know if you would notice if my voice is a little bit different. I tried playing with some filters and some pre-recordings and doing test after test after test to try and get the most out of this headset mic, and I finally kind of achieved that. There's probably more I can do. I just don't know of it. I don't know of the ways, but I tried my best. So here we are. But so yes, we're on Railway Empire. If you don't know what Railway Empire is, judging by the screen, um, it's a train game. It's actually a train management game that's set in American history. So, or that's the campaign anyway. That yep, it's it's a history on the transcontinental route, which goes between the east and west coast, basically. Which actually does or did exist. I don't know if it does exist anymore. It probably does. It's probably been built upon since then, but obviously it has. But yeah. Uh, anyway, so you're probably wondering, if you played this game before, you're probably wondering where's the music. Unfortunately, the music in this game, some of the tracks, ha ha ha, are they're copyrighted, so I'm not able to play any music in this game because I'm just, I'm a small YouTuber, obviously, small poor tuber or noob tuber, however you want to call me, and with the copyright looming overhead for just about every video I make that has music in it, I have to be really, really careful. So, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and head into the campaign. Now, if you remember last time, we completed Chapter 4, which was over here um, during the Civil War times. And now we're in Chapter 5. So, Chapter 4 is in 1860. And now we're just a few short years later, going to be trying for this one. So, Chapter 5, Sierra Nevada. After the end of the Civil War, the construction of the Transcontinental Railway progresses at tremendous speed, whereas you experience the construction from the point of view of the Union Pacific in the first chapter, which was here. Um, you now have to deal with a much larger challenges facing the Central Pacific Railroad, starting over here, essentially. Uh, Collins Potter Huntington. That's going to say Huntington, one of the founders of Central Pacific Railroad, will keep an eye on you as you overcome the inaccessible heights of the Sierra Nevada on the way to Promontory Point, which is just slightly northwest of Salt Lake City. It's like, let's see, we're starting about here. It's about here-ish, I think, something like that. It's like right around this lake. So, yep, and there's going to be cutscenes in this game, so I won't talk during those. So, but we're gonna hit continue. Start with 3M. We're starting in Sacramento, California. We got 2 competitors. Normal AI level. Now we can't change most of this. Snowfall off. Now I actually do like snowfall. Snowfall setting's actually pretty cool in free roam because your tracks will get snowy and your trains will have a hard time getting around. The tracks are more slippery, so everything's slower. It's actually pretty cool. Territory's off and travelers off. I'm just gonna leave all that. This pause menu, as I've said in multiple games, um, the pause menu, do not change this if you want to try to go for a presidential rating, which is the highest rating on the campaign mission that you can get. You want to leave this on normal. Do not change this. Realistic rail type, I like that. I don't think this one impacts any of that. I don't think the railroad network type impacts that. I think it's just different play styles. I like to play in realistic. I don't like to have to, or I don't like my trains going through each other, so I just don't worry about it. Well, I worry about it, so it's on realistic mode. You're also going to see me employ a trick when we get started here. Right after the cutscene, you're going to see me enter a menu, and I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to go, you'll look up in the top right, and I'm going to click it. And what that's going to do is it's going to pause the game. That's related to the pause menu. So the game pauses automatically when building tracks, signals, buildings, and in bulldozer mode. But that's the only modes it pauses in. And when they're talking to you and distracting you, you want that to be paused so that you're not being distracted and wasting time, because time goes by really, really quickly in this game. So, and in order to get presidential mode or presidential ranking at the end, you want to complete most of the tasks in about half the time that they normally expect you to complete them. So that's what we're going to try. We're going to try for presidential, but I'm not going to promise that we're going to get it. More likely, we're not going to get it because it's actually incredibly difficult, but because you got to have kind of a strategy, and I usually don't. I just kind of go with the flow, and whatever happens, happens. And I've also already recorded this video once, so and I failed. So we're gonna go ahead and continue. Um,
The
here.
rest are just gold diggers who don't have a clue about how this business works.
So I like the industrialist because we can get factories inside of our cities at 50% cheaper for new ones, and we're able to buy towns factories without an auction. So if I don't like one of the factories
I did
inside of
an
one of my
evaluation of
cities,
the contenders, and I am the best choice.
yeah, if I don't like a factory type that's inside of one of my cities, I can buy it, sell it, and then rebuy a new one, and that'll push the city towards what I want. So I like that. And then everyone has a down bit.
Sometimes I think about giving everything up and dedicating my life to poetry.
Yes.
How about you?
No, I'm not doing that. Uh, this is our downside here is where Shy is. Auctions are 50% more expensive. So every time we bid on an auction, it drives the price up like absolutely crazy. So
Meticulous planning, tables, figures, and hard facts.
yeah, we're just going to go ahead and hit continue here because he's just going to keep talking if we don't. And cutscene time. Just give it a second. Load it on up. Here we go.
From the ashes of the war began the reconstruction, and nothing seemed to stand in the way of the Transcontinental Railroad. The works to cross the continent from the west had already begun several years before in California. An idea, once viewed with skepticism, soon became a project of great public interest, and with each mile of track laid, the hope of uniting America from east to west grew. Yet the climb from California over the snow-covered mountain passes into the inhospitable landscapes of Nevada proved to be one of the greatest engineering challenges of its time.
Here we go. I'm going to do my little trick.
So this is the plan. We come from the west through the Sierra Nevada. The Union Pacific Railroad crosses the Rocky Mountains from Rock Springs in the east. Our track meets north of Salt Lake City, and so the transcontinental connection is complete. As simple as that. But I'm still stuck here in Washington. The rights to laying tracks in Utah territory are still pending, and I have to hold some talks. And as for Collis Potter Huntington, I have a lot of persuading to do with my wallet. So you will start by laying the foundation of the Central Pacific Railroad. The Union Pacific Railroad is our major competitor. If they reach the meeting point before us, Thomas Durant will just continue laying his tracks in our direction. This will mean that they will receive all the land rights and not us. Every single mile will be a disaster for us. In addition to that, I'm having a little supply problem as far as money is concerned. So I can't transfer quite as much to you as would be necessary for a good start. So you'll have to get money quickly. First, you should expand the rail network in the West as there is a great demand for transport facilities there. I have noted down some tasks for you in that regard. Complete them quickly, and we'll have enough capital to push on to the meeting point once the land rights have been sorted.
Hello, my dear. So we meet again. The Mississippi didn't appeal to me as much anymore, and besides, I wanted to visit my old boss from Chicago. She now has several pretty cottages along the coast.
Hello, hello! Close the pressure regulator, check the pump, refill the water, and off we go! I hope you have an exciting journey!
And there we go. There's uh, our two competitors. Now, the one fatal mistake I made for getting presidential uh, was I decided, you know what, I didn't know what the tasks were going to be, and I didn't look at the tasks list before I did this, which was my fatal mistake why I failed last time. Was or not, I guess it wasn't completely why I failed, it was why I struggled the entire time. Was I decided to invest about $1 million into one of my competitors, buying like 75% of their company, so that I could so I could take them over real easy later on. Um, that was a big mistake. So I think this one you don't want to worry about you don't want to worry about your competitors. Just worry about your tasks. Um, Otherwise, yes, you will struggle, which I did. I struggled a lot. Okay, so like I said, this little trick here, while they're talking to you, just go into the build mode, and that will pause the game while they're talking, because you can't hit escape, because that'll pause them talking too. So let's go ahead and first things first, let's invest in some technology. So I um, always like to fast track this now, so you can see I'm going through this list. Yeah, we want that one. And then we'll go for the Rogers Mogul, sure. But yeah, I'm fast tracking because I want to get clear to this train. So we're going to have to buy this probably, and maybe this one. It's fine. Um, but I want to get that train. I want to get those trains unlocked so we can buy them as early as possible. So, oops, I accidentally unpaused that before I was ready. Oh well. So the first thing you're going to want to do, or the first thing we're going to try to do, is we want to incorporate a station. Now, last time you want to, if you're going to do, or if, we're going to do San Francisco here, you want to put the train station like that. You're thinking, oh, that's a little bit weird because you got to go across this. It's going to cost more money. But if you put it like this, you're going to have significant trouble hooking up the tracks because of how close they will be to the water. I'm actually going to bulldoze this and move it over because I got to put um, so there's a reason I did this. Something like, actually, small train station, sorry. So you're probably wondering what the heck I'm doing. My regular train station. Actually. Now this doesn't cost me any money, as you can see. It doesn't cost me any money to keep replacing these. Yeah, we're going to do a large train station here. I'm going to slightly offset it. Then a regular train station, or then the small train station. You're probably wondering, what the heck? Why are you putting 2 train stations down? What are you doing? Well, there's a very specific task, and you're going to see that here in a minute. Oh, they're not going to let me place a second station. That's fine. We'll go ahead and connect it up to our rail network. This top line I'm not going to use as well, because that's going to help us complete a task as well. I kind of want to stretch this out just a little bit. I don't want it to curve like this. I want it to... And it's not going to let me go down. Oh, it'll pull it down automatically. Okay, cool. So this one, I'm just going to go straight across right along this river here. Yeah, across there. I'm actually going to go ahead and build that. Upgrade these. These are 2 major cities that we want to focus on. So let's see. We want... I don't want it to do that. Let me grab this again. Try this once more. There's a bit of a valley here, and I'm trying to contend with it. Go up a little bit higher. Okay. There's our first connection. All right, and that'll allow us to place a secondary train station. There we go. And I'm just gonna connect that to these tracks here, or connect it there. Not that that's useful or anything. That's just so it's connected, so I don't, they don't get mad at me for having that. Analyst. So an analyst will cause a hysteria in the market. No, we're not going to worry about that. Okay. And we're not going to worry about any of that. We're just going to focus on what we got. So if we look at our tasks list, there's 2 tasks that I'm focused on right at the start. This one right here, transport 50 passengers from San Francisco to Promontory Point. So San Francisco all the way over here, and that's what this secondary train station is for, is to do that with being unimpeded by everything. Oh, you know what I'm actually going to do as well? I might swap this around real quick. Take like an inside track. No, it'll be its own rail. That's fine. No, it'll be its own rail. Ooh, that's going to be expensive later. I'm trying to think. Because I'm going to want this wheat field, and I'm going to want and I'm also going to want a connection between these 2 cities here. I'm trying to think, what would be best? I know I want a secondary train station in San Francisco to try and do that. But having it on its own rail is going to be very, very expensive. Because we're also going to have a rail to Carson City. So if I move this over, and then we have those 2 tracks going this way. Or we could have it on its own rail and then join. Yeah, it's a little bit iffy right there to think about. I wonder. This is a big warehouse. Will that serve? No. Big warehouse signaling control. That won't serve. Okay, I thought maybe if I... These ones with signaling control. Very big stations. I never did understand the signaling control ones. Like why they're even needed, to be honest. I guess if you don't want to do your own signals, I guess. That could be a thing. But yeah, I am trying to think of a way that'd be that would work, because we're gonna have because I want to. Oh, we're gonna have. Uh, I guess this one can wrap up and around because it doesn't need a. It's already February. Geez, I haven't even gotten anything done. So I'm trying to think of a strategy here while we're paused. This is how you want to do this kind of stuff. Now, what would this track look like? What is this? And why? And why would you need this? This is more expensive than the normal ones as well. And they don't even have a maintenance shed, so you're paying even that much extra. You're almost paying 400 grand for one of these. For if you want like the maintenance shed and whatnot. So we're going to have a point. I might put a secondary train station in Sacramento as well. Like a um, so we could put one here. We could put it like a warehouse almost. That way, Sacramento's train lines can be used for other things. Like transferring between the two cities needs to be on one line. This train line, there needs to be another train line that goes from Sacramento to Carson City, but then we need that also, that train line as well. I like this connection, but I'm going to move it slightly. Okay, hold on. So, large train station. We're going to put that up here. I think that's what I wanted. Because I want a secondary, still want a secondary train station. I guess it's not without stopping, so. Okay, yeah, we'll use that then. I need to use the bottom two lines, but then that middle line is also, so so maybe it was a good idea to have this like this, because we have two small train stations. We can hook them up that way. But that's a very expensive way of doing things. Because we just need, let's see, if I was to put this like this, so that top line, or the farthest left line, is going to be between will be between these two cities. And then those two cities. But I need these bottom two lines as well. Unless I move that station over. So we move that station over to this side, I guess. So if we move it over to this side, then that other trying to figure out the best way of doing this. See if we have two regular train stations as well as on top of these other ones. Then we have because I need one line for freight at least, one line for freight, and then I need because see these two left lines here, these ones here are going to go towards Redding, California, and they're going to be the crossover between these two. And that top line, is not going to get used at all. I'm actually not going to make that connection point. I mean, I could use it between the two, but I don't think I'm gonna. And then the because we also need a large train station between these two. And we need one here because both of these produce meat, so we need one. We need this inside line to go to both of those. And I'm trying to make it I could use the bottom line and then have it bridge over a good chunk of the land. That would also work. Let's see here. Go out a bit first, and then over. So like have this like this. You know what I'm saying? And bridge over a good chunk of the overall land. Again, this is very, very expensive to do. But I think it'll help us out later. That's a very big bridge. Like, damn, dude. Even had to put our supports clear in the water. I do like this cam. You can zoom right on down here. The trees and stuff. Zoom right on back out. And it'll fix the camera for you and all that. Hmm. I'm trying to remember what I did last time as well. So yeah, we can use those two inside lines. Yeah, so that one and that one is, trying to think here. This one's going to be used for that. This one could be used for going between the cities, and then the next one that can follow that same route can be used for that top line. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, build the secondary line. Again, I don't exactly know what I'm doing. I'm just trying out things. And then this one as well. So this top line is going to go unimpeded over to the right there. Along with, there's going to be two lines that go over to the right through the mountains. I'm just trying to set this up to make it to where it'll work. Okay, now we're going to set up this one to have a maintenance shed, because you need a maintenance shed in every city. It's worth it, trust me. So a regular train station over here. This overhit this cow farm, and the reason I'm doing a normal train station is because both of them. We're going to head down towards that river and go underneath it. Both of them are going to set this way down the hill here. There we go. Yeah, the other ones are going to be like here and stuff. Okay. So I'm going to pull both of these tracks. Like this, I guess. Actually, might be best if they are already down this way. Trying to make enough room to go underneath the bridge and set up to this line here, probably. $69,000, nice. Let's go ahead and build that. And then a double rail going right up to here, and then this one's going to go this way. Or if I can get it to where both of these will take advantage of those other two stations. It's going to be very, very complicated if I do that. Now you're probably thinking, why aren't you? I don't know why yet. There we go. So I want this to line up the track for the most part. Then we need to go off slightly and around. We probably need to set up about there where we had it last. And that will set up a secondary. Okay, so that's going to be the cow farm section. So this one's got, these will be carrots. I need to take advantage of these two up here as well, somehow. It's like somehow I need to do that. I'm not sure how though. And of course we also need supply towers. So I'm going to put a supply tower there so that covers all them lines. A supply tower here. Now I should have probably brought these. Oh, I'm not going to bring those together just yet. Okay, so we can look at. So they want corn and wheat and wood. They will have a demand for sugar, no demand for cotton, sugar, and carrots. So they will have a demand for all of that eventually. Corn's going to be a big one for the growth of our city. Okay, so that train station's connected. Now we're going to have another train station. We're going to have a large train station. And the reason is because I want to connect both of these farms. So like I said, they won't have a demand for sugar yet, but they will. So this top line right here, or this farthest left line, is not going to be used for right now. Reason is because there is a thing that makes it so that we have to make an express route all the way down to Los Angeles. And we're not going to use that line. But we are going to connect all 4 of these. It costs a bit, but it's going to be worth it in a minute. Of course, another supply tower between the 2 cities. The reason I do that is because between this farm and this city there won't be one, so the train will run out of materials. Okay, so there's that one. As well. All right, we're going to set up some train lines here so we can start making a little bit of money. Set up a new rail line between Sacramento and San Francisco, and we want that bottom line. Yep. Then we're going to add a locomotive, and I'm just going to use this cheap dragon here. I will, however, use signals. Now, you've probably seen me use these in the past. I use them so that the trains, so that if there's another train waiting to come into the station, it's not waiting clear out over there. So if there's a train coming in and this train was here and there was no signals and there was a train trying to come in on that same line, it would have to wait at its other or at the station it's sitting at before it, and this one will have to go clear to the other station before it could go. So I put up signals to keep that from happening. Oops. Okay. So I use that bottom line to go between the 2 cities. And whatnot. Now the way I've got this set up is a little bit strange. I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit strange. Because I want to also take advantage of this for this city. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do that though. Because last time I had the train go right through this to the other stop. could also, because the other ones are going to take advantage of this line in here. That's why I left it blank. I guess we could have a line following this, or a line going into here, maybe? No. No, because then it'd never get to go. Eee, that one's a hard one. How am I going to figure this out? I really think I need a separate train station. I really think that's what's going to happen here. I mean, it can go. Now, if I have a separate train station, because this one's rendered useless already. Yeah, this one's rendered useless already. Reason being is because, not this train station, but this top line is rendered useless because I need that line. Of course, we could have that line as the go-between, and then use this line as the go-between on there. So, yeah, let's do that. All right, so we're going to follow this. We're going to follow this around like this. And it's going to go like that. And it's going to go in here, and then it's going to go like that, probably. So I'm going to go remove. Oh, that signal had already been removed. Good. So signal. So this one I want signals because it's the this is basically the construction route. Yeah, we'll just do this. It's fine. Really doesn't matter all that much. So that frees up that bottom line somewhat. So that's the one that's the only one that has to wait. Okay, I think I've made this work. This line here. Oh, it fixed itself somehow. That's Sacramento. I want you to use. Yeah, I want you to use that top line. And San Francisco. Yeah, I want you to use that same line. Okay. That actually fixed itself. It rendered that line a lot faster. Or a lot faster of a route. Okay. And that's a much better route to go between the two, I think. Set up a new rail line between here and here. Check mark that. Add locomotive. Buy locomotive. Yeah, we have the fastest train for the moment. It won't last long though, trust me. Set up a new line between here and here. That's going to be that line. Locomotive by locomotive. That's going to bring cattle to each one of these cities. Okay, so now we need signals on all three of these lines, but that top one. Same with this one. Right there. Set up a new line between here and here. And yeah, we're not going to use that top line. We are going to use the second most line, the second bottom line there. Check mark that. Add locomotive. Buy locomotive. And they're loading sugar for some reason, but that's fine. Set up new rail line between here and Sacramento. And then again, we're going to use this. We're going to use this bottom line. So that's why I freed up that bottom line. I know it took forever to figure out, but check mark, add locomotive, buy locomotive. And that's going to load corn. Okay, so now they both can take advantage of corn and sugar. Now I want them to both also take advantage of the of this one as well, of these two. But they're not going to need any of that. As you can look, see they don't want carrots or fruits for a long while. Or maybe not for a long while, but they don't want these people do want sugar and corn. Nope, we've got 100 points to spend. Yeah, we're going to unlock this one. So basically my goal is to reduce the amount of cost for my trains. That way I can keep do my upkeep. I think what I'm going to do as well, we're going to do another large train station. We're going to do it right here, between these two. I can't quite reach those two, so it'll have to be these two. I think I put it like this, didn't I? How about there? Connect the lines up. Okay, no, we're not going to connect the lines up like that. That is way too uneven. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a dip right there. But we don't want to build any bridges or dig any tunnels, because we want to be able to have this quad line all the way between the two. Now we may not use all the lines, but if they're all connected, that's just fine with me. Oops. Now we're going to build another supply tower, because eventually we're going to need both of these. Or at least we're going to need this one. Okay, so there's a supply tower there. And now we're going to do another large train station that's going to cost a lot. We're going to beat him out right here. So it's going to be hard for him to do anything with his train station.
Have you really not got the message that your station has no future here?
Your station has no future here. Love it. But yeah, I'm particularly screwing him over at the moment because of one of my objectives. So, and this one does take a little bit to complete. So I am going to try and complete it. Oops. Oops. Let's need to go up. Need to charge up the hill here. Okay, so do they have this connected to cattle yet? They do, kind of. Okay, so we're going to leave that alone then, because we do not want to interfere with that too much. That's 110,000. That's going to be most of my money if I do that. Plus, I need a maintenance shed. Oof. Yeah, I'll leave that alone for now because I need to build a maintenance shed. And then we're going to set up a new rail line between San Francisco and Los Angeles. Check mark. And we're going to add a locomotive. And we're going to buy the express train. That's how you set up an express line. Oh, also, edit it. This is no, none of this. Yeah, we'll bid on that. Sure. Screw you. I don't care if I pay $30,000. As long as I get it.
You know what? Just take it. I don't want it anymore.
Okay. And we're going to leave that, that's the express train. We're going to leave that like that. And then for any other freight, I have this secondary line in here. So now we will build this because I needed to make sure I had the money. And a supply tower between the two, so probably about here-ish. And if you remember, we're not using this middle line here, so set up a new rail line between San Francisco and Los Angeles. And we need to select that rail line there. Check mark it, add locomotive. We don't have enough money. Give it a second. Let's let us make some money. And we gotta give it a second. We're not making a whole lot right now. Let's fast forward this real quick. So we can make a little bit of money. Okay, there we go. Locomotive by locomotive. So we're gonna have two trains. And this one, Central Pacific has fastest train hits 49 miles an hour. That's
astounding. I wouldn't have thought this machine would have been capable of such speeds.
And then this one specifically, we want to prioritize anything else, basically. This is basically going to be the freight train. Actually, you know what? We'll set it to whatever. We got the express train, and then we've got the main one. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So there's another objective in here we need to be aware, a couple objectives we need to be worried about. We need to do this one really quickly. We need to do this one really quickly. And then this one we need to do really quickly as well. Because we only got a few years to complete that. This one is not hard to get because you're going to be focusing on Sacramento anyway. But San Francisco, this one's hard to get. This one is really hard to get because you need to take care of their needs and be on top of their needs almost immediately all the time. So, and then build a university, and then we need to establish an express line. This is that other one from San Francisco to Los Angeles. So, we need to focus on that as well. So we've got two different towns doing the same thing. We got 100 points, which I was going to spend on that, but now I own it. So all of these are freight, 34. 37. Actually, might dabble into this and replace that train. It was 46 miles an hour. Oh, it is an actual express train. Okay. Yeah.
Isn't technological progress a wonderful thing?
Yeah, it is. Thank you for noticing. All right, this top line, this one here. We're going to place this train with San Francisco, or with San Francisco, with the American Mogul. Okay, cool. I know our rail network is a little bit weird, but we're getting there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is this is going to be tough, but we're going to set one for Redding, California. We're going to put a train station here. Then we can get our other objective. And again, so this is where I start running out of money. But I make sure that I don't have any problems in the future. So I really want to upgrade that. Upgrading is going to cost 100K. Maybe we'll make some money. We got most of the objectives kind of getting completed right off the bat. So 1964, 1965. So 5 and 8, or 5 out of 8. We need 3 more. And then 1 more, which we're going to be connecting Redding, California here in a minute. And then these 2 cities we need to focus on for population. Last time I played this, Sacramento blew up. Amazingly. Sacramento blew up and San Francisco kind of dwindled, which was sad. Ugh. But we'll get there. $55 miles an hour.
Uh-huh. Another tinkerer pushing the limits of what's possible.
Yep. That's me, a tinker. A tinker. Unrest in New York populace does not want to go to war. Well, they didn't want to go to war already. So now they doubly don't want to go to war. Bandit, I don't care. Just waiting for a bit of money. So, because I actually want to upgrade this all the way. Again, to avoid future complications. These 2 rail lines will be freight. And this, actually, this one will be the line between the 2 cities. So we're going to stay kind of on this hillside just a little bit, kind of follow. Just going to kind of follow the terrain around so we spend the least amount of money. So this line is... Now we don't want to connect to these 2 bottom ones. That's one thing we want to avoid at all costs. Alright, 93,000, haha, at all costs. And I'm out of money. And we want to avoid those 2 bottom lines, because those 2 bottom lines are going to get us across the mountains. And that's what I was struggling with, trying to figure it out. Took me a minute, but I finally did figure it out. Oh yeah, and we want to keep an eye on any kind of freelancers. Not these two. These two, I hate them. We don't do. We may be an industrialist, but we don't do our competition dirty like that. Want to be above them. So we needed about 90 grand for that trip. And then we needed about another 30 grand in order to get this done. In order to get a maintenance, or not a maintenance shed, a supply tower between the two. Okay, go ahead and build that.
You have successfully connected many cities to the network. Well done.
Yeah, we're getting there. So we got that done pretty early. We got that done in 1963 rather than 1964. Now we need to work on this one, which we will. But I want to set up a train line between. Now I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that some of these objectives can actually be undone if you screw it up. Meaning that if you undo your work, basically, like if I was to destroy this, I'd probably undo that achievement or that objective. I'm not sure exactly if that's even possible with ones, but I've noticed some of them have green arrows and some of them have golden arrows, which I think the golden arrows are permanent ones. And whatnot. Probably overbuilding my infrastructure here just a little
I have no need to spy on you, but curious all the same.
bit. Express trains stolen from me. He's gonna have trains go faster. I wish you got money for those. Like if you got into the paper or something, you get like a little bonus. That would kind of incentivize you to actually go for that.
Competitor. Pay attention and watch how I handle my business. Nothing can go wrong.
Okay, sounds like you're mocking somebody there. I don't know why you would send me that message. You're clear up here. I have no idea. Okay. Again, we're just waiting for money. Set up rail line between Reading and that. Checkmark that. Add locomotive. We're just going to use the dragon because that's all we need. And as long as these two cities can export their goods as well as get the stuff, get most of the stuff they need, they will continue to grow on their own. But again, we need to also pay attention to our freelancer department. So reporters reduces passenger income for 10 weeks, which I really don't care about. That's another down and dirty way of getting rid of your opponents. So. Okay, Reading. Reading doesn't need a whole lot. I mean, they need corn and wheat and stuff. We could connect them up to this. Like, put a station here. This would be a dual station. That could also be possible. As well as, are these people big enough for... No, they're not big enough for sugar or anything like that, so... They'll be growing soon. Just gotta give them a bit. They don't want any of this, which is why I haven't set it up. What these people, do they want anything? Not really. I mean, they want wood, but wood's like damn near impossible to get over here. They want wood and beer. Now, what we could do is we could be cheeky and be like, okay, well, we're going to invest in, such and such, and then that'll get us that. It's just fine with me.
You have created the first express connection between Los Angeles and San Francisco. The
There's that one.
journey time along the West Coast has decreased dramatically.
Hmm?
As I mentioned, I'll be stuck in Washington over the coming weeks and won't be able to help you for that time. A steam engine needs oil as lubricant. Washington needs dollar bills.
That's so true. Even today, so true.
I see old Huntington's keeping you on your toes. I hope you still have time for a bit of fun, though.
Mm. Okay, Reddington needs cotton, so we're gonna set that up. That'll be the next one. So I want a train station here. I've done this before. This one actually works out pretty well. It's a little bit of a downhill, basically forcing it to go downhill, but um, actually we could. I've yet to put one on this side. There's a reason I'm putting a train station here, though. Yes, they don't really need it, but they will be needing it eventually. Now we're going to do a small train station, because a large train station, yeah, I can't go between those. So we're just going to do a small one. It's like, now eventually I will be upgrading
So
this.
you think that is a good idea?
Yes. Now eventually we'll be upgrading this because I'm gonna transport wheat through this line. And you can always tell if you're doing a good job by the AI. If the AI competitors are getting mad at you, usually you're doing a good job. If they say stuff like that, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm doing a good job. Now I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go this way. Follow this sort of ridge. Without creating a bridge. And hope. Okay, we don't have enough money for that, but we'll get there. Yeah, and they need cotton. So that's why I'm connecting the two. We need about 50 grand. We're really low on money. Like really low. And yeah, I kind of overbuilt some of the stations, but it's okay. It's just fine, to be honest. Okay, that can follow. And of course we need a supply tower between the two. We're gonna be really low on money. Oh yeah, we're going into debt. Oh, there we go. Another supply tower for here. Actually might at some point upgrade this station. So we can have a third line. I don't know if we need it though. because it goes 1, 2, 4. There's no 3, unfortunately. I mean, if that really matters. So yeah, we're going to go into here, safety valve. And then we're going to go here, 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 and here, I think. So 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we need one more innovation. Which will probably be this one here. It's going to be expensive, but it'll be worth it. Need about another 60 grand. So I can build that secondary line. Come on. Secondary line's very, very important. We're going to build signals. Signal, 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 signal. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Now we're going to set up two new train lines. So that one is not going to be the line we're going to use. It's going to be this bottom line here. Because that top line's the only thing that's connected. Add locomotive. Oh, we can't buy a locomotive yet. We'll wait for that. The reason I want to upgrade this is because I do want to, gosh, we're making a lot of money now. Buy locomotive. Set up new train line between West Farm and here. It can only go on that top line. Buy locomotive, buy locomotive. So then our next venture is going to be a third train line coming off of this station. So right about there. And then, yeah, we're just going to follow it right along, and then we're going to hook a left. Just going to follow this. Because we want that other, we don't want to impede that other train. It's going to go right on in. I actually might, yeah, I might move that other one over. Remove that. And yeah, we're going to back this up, delete it. I guess we gotta build that first. Alright, we'll wait for that. Oh wait, we can't. Cancel planning. It's like we can't wait for that. Unfortunately. Oh, this top line is just between those two. Okay. It's fine. It's like, yeah, we can't. Can't wait for that. Just right on down. Follow this line all the way in. Now we should be able to transport. Oops. Okay, 144,000. So now we're just gonna wait for that. Yep, and we'll build that, and then we'll be able to bring wood to there. Like I said, I might upgrade this station so that it has more train lines. Because I want to hook up another train line to go to somewhere else. Stoker dude. He's a stoker. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do it. Just gonna wait for the money. Need 100 grand to do that. It's just gonna save us on so much time and energy spent. Now this one unfortunately has to go over, so we are gonna have to build a bridge. Yes, I want it. Creative accounting. Increase profits of your factories by 50%. Not that I need that. Oh, you. I was gonna get away with that.
It's probably just another one of your little mistakes, but could it be that you just placed a bid?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I did not place no bid nowhere. Actually, you know what? It's gonna be expensive enough already. Also, we don't have any signals here. Signals back. It's like it's gonna be expensive already. So what I'm going to do. Let's just do this. Build that real quick. Okay, that did remove the signals. So move the signals back even further. It's like it's not worth it. Right now, I just don't have the money. So we're just gonna have to do that. And again, we're just gonna follow this. Also, that hill, I might fix that. That is really bad. So we're gonna separate and kind of go over. Reason being, because I gotta build a bridge. Hmm. Trying to think, what would be cheaper? It would be nice if I could just free place, but let's go from yeah, let's go from like here instead. Immediately try to go into a curve. It's going to go over. That curve down. Okay, you still get that curve. At least we'll be able to travel. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any lines left. So what I'm going to have to do is just like this. I'll probably go down here. It's gonna be a quiet little route. Just a quiet little route. Actually, might connect it into here. Remove this connection. Let's go like this. We'll go right before the bridge. Now we'll connect it like that. We gotta move all of our signals back. But that's okay, I think. That way we don't have to build a secondary bridge. Okay, 237,000. That'll complete most of it. It's just because Sacramento needs wood, and the closest place to get wood is there. There is no place down here to get wood. Maybe there, but still a long, long ways away. This is the closest to get wood, so what do we need? Like 250 grand, something like that. $237,000. There we go. That's a very long journey. At least it takes advantage of all. We don't have to place any other stuff, whatnot. So it does take advantage of a few things. Now we're going to have those signals placed here, so all 5 of these. So right before this. So bang, bang, bang. Skip that one. And go here. Because it's going to be my express route. That's only going to take passengers. Passengers and mail. That's it. Okay. Set up a new train line. Train here. And, oh, did we not? Oh, we didn't finish connecting it. Never mind. We did. We actually did not finish this. Now we can set up a new train line. Train here. And San Francisco. Taking that crazy route just to get us some wood. Locomotive by locomotive. Yeah, they're going to be waiting for a minute. Then we can get we just got a direct route connection. Which is pretty good. All right. It's going clear to San Francisco. Again, yes, I hate this hill. No fixing it really, though. I'm just going to leave it as is. Okay, San Francisco has not grown yet. This is the problem, right? So we need to export more meat. I could take advantage and export meat up here, but we're exporting meat probably from Sacramento as well. And we're also exporting meat to Los Angeles, which is also producing meat, which I hate it. I hate it. I hate that they're producing so much meat. It's just like, why?
Choo choo. Excuse me, I got a bit carried away there.
Okay. We still need one more rule, business network. We might connect to this one into Reading as well. Because Reading's not going to need like carrots or anything. Oh, they don't even need sugar, so there's no point. They got tons of cotton, tons of that. They do need a bit of wheat, like a bit of corn and stuff, but there's a wheat farm here and there's a wheat farm here. Wait, are these guys ready to... Nope, they're not even upgrading either. Usually by this time, I had a decent enough population boom. It's not happening. It's hard. It is hard. Could do a large train station to connect these two. But I don't need carrots yet. I need wheat more than anything, but that's going to be connected through this wheat farm here. Which is either going to use a similar line or we're going to have its own tunnel, one of the two. Which will be expensive. That's our capital. It's actually not bad. About 400 grand. Could have a second rail line connecting this wheat field all the way to these two cities. Again, the only problem with that is there's so much going on. So they need to get a wheat farm through there. Might be a through station at some point. Might go for the big one. Off that, actually. Yes, we do have a maintenance shed there. Okay. I'm just going to pass right on by those two. There's no reason to have a big old train station there.
The many farms you've connected to the rail network will bring us lots of transport requests. We could do with the money. Hats off! Your rail network has now reached a total length that will make our competitors sit up and take notice.
Nice. So should we have a second rail line? Yeah, we should. We should have a second rail line connecting those two. So that we can go between the two as well. It's another 100 grand, jeez. So train line between these two, and then between the two cities if we ever get around to it, I guess. So yeah, let's just immediately take up that. Oops. Okay, then we gotta wait for money. It's like, then we gotta wait for money. So we've completed a lot of objectives between the two, which is good. Oh, it's gonna get tough. It's gonna get tough. Supply tariff cars. We're gonna add locomotive. 53,000. Almost had enough. There it is. Oh, that was for that one. Whoops. These trains are gonna be traveling a long distance. I think I'm going to put whatever you call it, a maintenance shed on this. Because the trains are going to have to be traveling so far away just to get there. We'll wait for that too. Build that second rail line. Come on. Okay. Now we're going to construct a maintenance shed on this once we have the money. Which is 80,000, by the way. We do it on nothing. Got no freelancers. Uh-oh, we got one train. Really? They don't need any cotton anymore? That was a waste. Oh, I guess they can't. They don't have really a place to, or a way to export it. So I guess that kind of makes sense.
The talks with the politicians are ongoing, but they are very tiring. They keep insinuating personal gain. Everything I do is for the good of California, not for my own enrichment. Well, yes, that happened as well, but that was just a side effect.
That happened as well. Uh-huh. Politicians for you.
Oh, yes, it's all about the money. But it's calming. When my old boss turned her back on Chicago, I'd already learned the business inside and out, and she left me everything. Before I knew it, I was the leader of the entire establishment, and I did this job excellently.
Oh, yes. Signal. Signal. There's no reason to do that. Fortunately, Trying to figure this out. It's going to be ultimately more expensive. I don't want to run through this mountain here. Let's see, there's already quadruple lines. We need to have one. One connect here and one connect to there. We could have one actually follow this rail but connect into here. That one can go just straight through. But then it's going to run into a problem. Okay. The best place I want to go is I want to follow this riverbank here. I'm thinking. All to get wheat, man. Be expensive, no doubt. But it's kind of following this river here. Kind of. Okay, so now we need to cross the river. It's like that. That. Yeah, we'll just move the signals back. That's gonna be almost 300,000 just because all the bridges and stuff we had to make. Very expensive. But it'll be just as expensive to hook into this wheat farm here. Because, I mean, you can go around this, but it's very steep and you're going to be making a lot of bridges anyway. Plus, I need a bridge either over this or connected to these two lines. Then I got to send one over this way, so it's just like, it's not really any good way of doing it, I don't think. But we'll get there, we'll get there. And this one's going to need its own, it's going to need a few supply tires along the way.
I'm sure it won't bother you that my spy took a quick look around your research department.
Okay. Yeah, I really don't care, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not getting the people I had last time when I failed, unfortunately. Oop, almost had 300 grand. Come on, just a little bit more. Engineer. There it is. A lot of maintenance costs there. That had to be done. Yep, and then we're going to see what the secondary track's going to cost us. Uh-oh. Can't follow that. For some reason. It refuses. Tell you what we can do. After we build this, we can always send it back down. Or we can always fix it later. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit different. Oh, come on. Select the marker. Thank you. Right about there. And this one, actually, no, I'll follow it. It's fine. We're going to split off here, though. I'll go down towards this track. And yep, we're just going to follow this track all the way along. How many lines, man? How many freaking lines? Gotta go back even further. Just to connect in. Alright, another $250,000, but that's going to help both of these grow. So that's the whole point of this. At this point, it might have been a little less expensive to go through the mountains. Because we're paying, well, to go through the mountains, it's about 500,000. And then it's significantly less. It's like halved. But we're almost, yep, okay. Increase reliability of your locomotives, good. So they break down less. Then we need 200, and then we need, I don't know, 100 if we want to continue that. What's this one? What's wrong with this? Oh, no
I
suitable,
see
right.
your progress, but I'm still afraid that we might not reach Promontory Point in time.
Oh, we'll get there. Just calm down. All right, we got a promoter. This promoter can be used in all cities that will attract a great number of new citizens with advertisements. So we're going to do this in San Francisco because that's the hardest one to get, and this will be the most useful. So San Francisco.
Your boss is very nervous. I
He'll
understand
get
that
over
the
it.
Union Pacific Railroad puts you under a lot of pressure and that you have to reach the meeting point as quickly as possible. But too much worry is unhealthy.
Yeah. You know,
I
even
thought so back then. And a few years later, I had gotten tired of Chicago. I needed a change, so I sold everything to my friend Marion and decided to put my talents to another use. Many rich cutthroats were investing in the railroad, so I thought I can do that too.
259,000. We're almost there. Railroad police. Oh. Even though she was just talking to me, pouring out her life story there. I'm still gonna outbid her on
Excuse me, but could you keep out of this? You're driving the price up.
I love it. Uh, the voice actor for that one did a really, really good job. Oh, Reading is also growing. Nice. Jeez. Yeah, the amount of time I have to spend just waiting right now. There we go. So I can build that long track. This is getting a little bit complicated. I want to make sure that both of these cities grow oops, exponentially. Because if they don't, we're going to fail tasks. And the population increases, or the population is like one of the most. So if we get another promoter, I'm going to put it on Sacramento because now that we've got our foot in the door for San Francisco. So, and that's what I want. All right, now we need to build supply towers for all of these. So we build supply tower there. Wait for some more money. Or build supply tower here. And then that should be good. Another supply tower. Wait for some more money. Another stoker. I believe it's 37,000 for those trains. Yeah. Set up a new rail line between Collin Preserves and Sacramento. Yeah, for wheat, it's going to be expensive no matter what you do. So we're going to check mark that, but real quickly, or real quick like, I'm going to move that one. Yeah, there we go. Build this. Guess I got to move them back slightly. Oh, there we go. I was like, oh, come on now. And then add locomotive. Buy locomotive. Now this one's going to Sacramento, so we're going to have another. Oops. Another train line all the way over to San Francisco, which is also going to get wheat. Check mark that. Change is made. Add locomotive, buy locomotive. It's going to make us a lot of money. Oh, I forgot to build the maintenance shed on this. Whoops. That I did. Now, the reason is because they have to
Thanks to your
travel all
work,
the way down there.
San Francisco is on the way to becoming a real metropolis.
Nice. They haven't even gotten their wheat yet. Don't worry, we'll get there, though. So San Francisco, we don't have to worry about anymore. We can just let it do what it do. It does need to get to 60,000 in order for us to complete that one last task, which is build a university in San Francisco. It's going to keep growing. Hopefully, it'll get to 60,000 before it stops growing, and the wheat should help. Sacramento's kind of trailing. It also needs wheat, so it's going to get wheat and whatnot. So, it's like, don't worry. Um, we'll get there. So we need 200 points to grab this one, and then we're going to need to buy something else as well. I want to buy something that, like this one here. Yeah, we'll buy that next. So I need to wait for 300 points in order to get that. Oh, do we have, So did we move? We deleted the signals, but we did not set them up. Oops. Sorry about that, Sacramento. Got all those signals set up, yep. But there's a signal there for a second. Those are good, those are good. This one's a little bit more awkward to stare, or the way we set it up, but it'll work. So what does San Francisco want? So they want milk. They also want milk too, so we do have a station down here for milk. So we're going to set up that. We're going to set up a train line. Set up a new rail line between here. San Francisco. That way it just keeps growing. No, I don't want that. Clark Manor. Let's see. This one's not being used at the moment. So we're going to check mark that. And it has a signal on it, so add locomotive. Buy locomotive. So that's just going to help them grow even further. And this one, new industry. 200,000 for new industry. Ooh, that sounds tempting. Oh, I can't. I mean, I can. They want 200,000 for that though. But we'll get a 213,000 bonus. We'll set up a brewery, sure. Probably on like the edge of town, on its own lot. And we received a bonus, so we got a free, and they paid us $13,000 to put it in. So we got a free beer, and we're connected to wheat, so we can automatically just start sending beer to all these different places, which will be awesome. And San Francisco's continuing to grow. It just needs to hit 60,000, and then we can build that university. And that'll complete that objective now. We're in 1965. We need to complete this one. This one's getting closer. This one right here, 1967. We only got a couple years left for that. So I'm wondering why Sacramento's not growing. Oh, they have an excess of corn. Like they have a huge excess of corn. We're fulfilling this one. We're fulfilling this. We're filling this. We're fulfilling all of these. Even beer now. 200,000. We could buy increases transport fee per freight car. And we'll just buy this.
Oh, this new locomotive looks adventurous.
Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering why Sacramento's not growing. They're not, like, yeah, they have an excess of meat, but I really can't do anything about that. Like, the only thing I can do is maybe buy the factory and then change it. Because they keep having excess of meat. How much do they want for it? 257,000. 235,000. 214,000. I'm gonna buy it and then I'm gonna sell it because this is there's too many places that need meat. Um, like I might do the beer one instead because we can't do wood yet. So like I would like to do this one. Yeah, they're not in demand in any town right now. Um, we could do this one because we got a direct connection. This one will produce clothes. Because we already got beer here, so yeah, we're gonna wait for that. Let's see if we can do clothing. Yeah, we'll try clothing. Over here, sure. We'll try clothing factory. And hopefully that'll help the population increase because that'll get its demand. Which means we need to disconnect this other line for meat. San Francisco is growing some more. Hey, we can afford to build a university. 200,000 though, damn. Yeah, we need another freelancer to increase the population here. Give it a kickstart. Now, this train is no longer needed. We don't have cattle there.
I've taken a closer look at the numbers.
Nice.
Splendid. This cash surplus is impressive. But I have some good news for you, too. My endless negotiations have finally been a success. Washington has finally agreed. We can expand our network into Utah territory. This will
Finally.
allow us to connect Promontory Point, our meeting point.
It's just like, finally. Jeez.
Let me show you how it's done.
Oh. She connected to Reddit. Ooh, that is ugly. Yeah, feed me wheat. Oh, you couldn't connect it. Good. Okay, San Francisco University. Right here.
And as is proper for a metropolis, San Francisco now also has a university.
Oh, we got an achievement. Bookworm. I guess I've never gotten an achievement before. Oh, Reading is growing. San Francisco still dwindled. They're getting all of their needs met, and they still have yet to grow any. Let's see, is this the train between, yeah, Reading and Sacramento? Oh, it just offloaded a bunch, I was going to say. So yeah, this one, Reading and Sacramento. I'm actually going to edit it, so from Reading, we're going to prioritize that. We're not going to cancel anything, but we're going to prioritize that since we have a factory here. Okay. So now our next challenge is going to be getting to Carson City here. Now the last time I did this, what I did was I went up this way, which actually was significantly cheaper than trying to just go across this way. It was way significantly cheaper. Need a freelancer to give the city a kick. Last time I was getting those promoters left and right, or left, right, and center. Now I'm not getting anything. Not getting anything at all. Actually, wondering how I can put the train station that makes sense. Yeah, so this train line is going to go up by this wheat field, and I'm going to have we're going to have a large train station here because this is going to be a through station. It's going to be placed like this. On the lowest, or the highest point, I guess I should say. Highest point. So it's about, I'm going to go, let's see, we're going to go right through there. Just going to put it like this. Okay. Then yeah, once we get the chance, we'll or once we can, we'll connect two lines into here. And I think it's this top line here that we want to leave empty because it's going to go between there. We're going to have that other line come in and connect to there at some point. But yeah, we just need the money now. Oh, let me find out how much it's going to cost first. Now we could disconnect this one altogether at some point as well. So that is something to think about. It's going to need a train. See that top line. Trying to figure out how I want to connect this. Yeah, I want to connect it like that. So this is going to be the main line that goes through here. It's going to go through the mountain. Of course. The shortest distance possible. Yeah, this is way cheaper. It's getting very, very expensive. Hold on. Put it down a bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's that inside line. Okay. Very steep right there. I even have to lower it even further. So there's our first connection. Now the next connection is going to be significantly cheaper, but this tunnel, this is what causes the most amount of money. Trying to tunnel through it. We probably could have came out. Yeah, there really is no good way of doing it, to be honest. There really is no good way of doing this. Trying to think, what if... Oops. Could also... We also got to make sure we don't do too sharp of a corner. So we could come down the hill here as well. I mean, it costs just as much. Wondering if we should make they're here. That'd be cheaper. Yeah, the longer the tunnel is, the more expensive it is. So, good. Gosh, that's that's very high up. Could also do it this way. That's even more expensive. It's because of the steepness of that hill. But it's actually cheaper than this way. It's a lot more steep, and your tunnel's going to be a lot longer. So let's go about as high as we can. So about there, so where it'll allow it. And the only way that's feasible, steepness, is that there. So we got to find the shortest route here. Or the cheapest route. Could go this way too. That could make a pretty short tunnel. But again, charging down the hill. It's going to require either bridges or very steep. You know what we could do? We could go fancy. Do like a switchback. That's going to be even more expensive, yeah. I think that train bridge is something like that. We got it under 600K. That's actually cheaper. Add a point there. See if we can get it under 500. Oh, hey. Building that bridge was cheaper. That's actually kind of funny. We got it under 500K though. All right. Now the waiting game. Dang it, all I wanted to do was readjust my headset without you guys hearing it, and there's a whole monologue just... Luckily it wasn't anything important. Nothing important to the story anyway. But there was a missed bit of dialogue, unfortunately. It's okay. It's like, I just wanted to readjust my headset, man. I think next time I'll just pause the game instead, so that don't happen again. Like here, just boop. So yeah, just like that. And my voice slightly changed, huh? Between the half second that between the two. That's because I took a full-on like 30-minute break. I was gone for a little bit. How we doing? Still doing good. Just gotta earn that money. Gotta earn 500 grand and then we can build that. And then that'll lay the foundation uh, for the next track that'll come in, which will be significantly cheaper. Ooh, I have the money. Last time I didn't have the money for this. No, screw you. I want it. Yeah, the depreciation is reduced by 25%, so
It's probably just another one of your little mistakes, but could it be that you just placed a bid?
I mean, if your AI competitors are mad at you, that means you're doing something good. Need 500 grand though. Keep spending our money. I don't want that. Need one more innovation, which is going to cost us 300, I think. Yeah, this one here. So that's the one I'm going to get, and then we're going to spend that 100 or spend another 100 on that. The race has begun. Who has the longest route? The problem is getting over these mountains. Now you could go around it, I guess. Hold on, inventor. Inventor provides you ideas, which gives you 110 for 100 grand. Ooh, no, I'm not gonna do it. I was thinking about it. I was seriously thinking about it. Hey, Sacramento's finally growing. Good. Tracks. And then the second track is going to cost us 156,000. So we are there. We need to fast forward a little bit longer. Okay. Supply tower. I'm going to put a supply tower right in this little area up here. And that should supply us with what we need. Okay. Now then. So now that we have that built, I'm going to wait for the secondary track because we're going to need both of them. $156,000. Sorry, thought it was a little. I didn't think it was that much. There we go. I usually don't like to fast forward, but here we are, fast forwarding. Now we just got to build the money for the. I'm actually going to sell this route here. This route's no longer. Oh no, it is. Never mind. I was gonna say that route's no longer needed. It's like actually, yeah, it's still needed. I almost made a mistake. Let me check this real quick. We still got that inventor, and we got a bandit. Okay, never mind. I need a promoter so I could get Sacramento's going up. Okay, they are rising in level though. This is good. You could actually start taking advantage. All right, we're gonna buy this. Which this reduces the consumption of water, sand, and all that, so we can go to longer distances should we wish. We're gonna need. I'm gonna wait till about 280, maybe 300,000, somewhere in there, because I'm gonna need two different things. Train is waiting in a cruiser. Yeah, you'll be waiting there for a second. Problems in Sacramento, whatever.
Oh, bad press.
Shut
Who
up.
reads the papers these days anyway?
Jeez. Alright, and we're just gonna place it just like this.
Good luck with this cute little station.
Okay. Look what the fuck, dude. What is your problem? Are you mad that I am I able to build a station here and you're not? And you're way down south, so. We're going to take a curve, a big old curve, and charge straight up that hill. Go ahead and build that. So that's the bottom route. Okay. What's the next one going to cost? 98,000. Okay. Generally, there's no difference between the tracks that do not have bridges or tunnels. Let it fast forward a bit. Okay. We're going to build that. Then we need another supply tower between the two. Okay. And now we need to wait a little bit longer because we need to build a maintenance shed, or we're going to run, or our trains are going to suffer. Okay. And then I'm going to stop fast forwarding that for a moment. Set up a new train line between the two, and I want that to be, yeah, that bottom line. Yeah, because this next line is not going to have it's not going to have any. It's not going to have anything. So, yep, we're going to support between there. See, that's why I did that. That is helping. Because they couldn't export meat because this city had meat. And this city has meat. So these two cities aren't really, are kind of struggling. Ooh. Oh. Very good. I might use that to my advantage when I can buy another thing. Because if we can use that to our advantage by building furniture. If there's a city
My spy
demands
just
it.
carried out a little quality control in your development department.
Oh, yeah? Okay. What am I looking at now? Yes, we're good. Alright. So this one's producing that stuff. Trying to... Right, they're growing. They're growing big time. Alright. So now we're going to build another large train station here. We just need to wait for the funds. Large train station. Just going to aim it. I'm just going to follow the road here. There's no reason not to. I'll wait for the funds to build the maintenance shed. Because you need a maintenance shed on every one. It's very expensive to do, but it helps. Oh, we got that other 100 points.
Isn't technological progress a wonderful thing?
Yeah, now we've got the last train. Hey, Sacramento's growing majorly. Nice. This is good. Okay, we're going to connect our first line. This is a lot of distance to cover. Okay, we can't afford that. We can almost afford it. Now we can afford it. Okay, now we need to wait for 30 grand. There we go. Supply tower in between the two. And then we need to build our second line. Now we're building 2 lines because we need it. We need one that goes, if you look in our task list, we need to go from San Francisco to Promontory Point without stopping. So it needs to be a full-on line. Wait, I already had the Rogers American. Why are they getting it all of a sudden? Dang it. But yeah, I got to build both lines. And I'm not going to care about their slavery abolished. It was getting there. Took a minute. That's a long ways. Last time I had a surveyor that actually helped me. All right. We're going to set up signals as well. Forgot to set up signals on this one line. I think I have signals. Yeah, I do have signals there. Okay. And these signals are also going to help me identify in the future which line I do not want signals on, which is going to help. We're going to set up a new train line between, set up a new train line between Carson City and Winnemucca. And I want to use that bottom line. Check. Add locomotive. And we're going to buy the cheapest for now, because we can't, we're not making enough money to afford the new trains just yet. But we will get there. And we need to wait for 200 grand to put a station in Elko. I don't care. I'm not spending money. Oh, bonus for new industry. Where? Ooh. I have the money, but man. Let's see. Oh, nobody has need for that. Dang it. We could do cheese. We could do cotton. We could do brewery. Because that's currently the only brewery here. I wanted to use this to my advantage. Yeah, there's already own a brewery there. But I do not own a cotton thing. So I could have one serve the other. And then we can connect up a cotton farm, which will help it grow. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, weaving factory. Where's my other one at? I think that's my other factory there. And we're gonna get like 100,000 out of this, so. There's already a factory there. I'm gonna put this one back here. Yep, and look at that, now we have more money. Alright, Sacramento's growing to the point where I need to put stations down over here, so I'm gonna halt this project here for a moment. And we're gonna put a large train station. Do we need a large one? I think we do. Oh, nope, no, we do not. Okay, never mind. I stand corrected. Alright, we're gonna put a small train station here. That'll significantly save on money and trips, so. So I've got there. Oops. I'm going to delete this line because it's no longer needed right here. Connecting that to. Can I downgrade this? I cannot. Okay, I'll just leave it then. I will just leave it then. Okay. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a hill here. And since they're growing in population, they will be wanting this station here. That's too long. Really? It worked there. Okay. We need a second line. That's a bit sharp. Alright, we're going to build that. We need to fix... Yeah. We need to fix this. It's a little bit awkward right now to allow for that dual line. Alright, let's see if that helps it. See if that'll work. For some reason it won't. I don't know what's going on right there. There's something going on right there and I don't understand what it is. Let's try this again. Alright, we're going to go like this instead then. Okay, that worked. Yeah, they're both coming in on the same rail, so they can go like this, and then, yeah, just like that. Okay. Then, yep, we're going to build signals all the way along here. Okay. And then they've got a supply tower between these two. So then we're going to set up a small train station. This cotton farm over here. I'm going to put it up the hill. Like that. It's a bit weird. I don't know if I want a big ol' ridge. Or we gotta go this way with it. A little bit further. And there we go. Build that. Gotta wait for a little bit of money. For supply tower. Okay. We're gonna set up 2 new rail lines. Once we have the money for some trains here. We are gaining tons of money, so it's not like it's a huge, huge deal. It's hard. Okay, which one do we want to avoid? We want to avoid that one. We're on King's Manor. We want this one instead. Add locomotive. This one's a 63,000. No suitable freight. You're the only train between Carson City and Sacramento. It's like you're the only train there, buddy. Set up a new one. Between here. There. Yep, that goes on that one. Check. Add locomotive. Buy locomotive. And then we got signals, right? You got those signals there. Set up 2 signals there. 1 signal there. And 1 signal there, sure. Why not? Okay, we got signals on that one. I'm placing some signals. Oh, oops. I didn't realize I had done that. Hold on. Yeah, that's going to screw everything up if I do it that way. Alright, so we're going to go back here where that point is. Right there. Build it this way. Yeah, I didn't realize I had screwed that up. We need our new signal. Right there. Okay, yeah. It's like I didn't realize I had screwed that. It's going to be that line between there. For some reason, no suitable freight between the 2 cities, which is weird. It's fine, though. Okay, and that's going to help Sacramento grow even more. And then once we can, I am going to buy this as well. Just making sure I'm not forgetting anything. And I did get a supply tire there. Good. Alright, another large train station in Elka. This will be the last one before we get to Promontory Point. Oh, this will be the second to last one. That's right. Fast forward that just a little bit. Till we get to 80,000. Oops. I have to click on the station. I want to click on the station itself. Yeah. I want a maintenance shed there. Okay, first line. Across. This one shouldn't be all that expensive. Okay. 67,000. It's not bad. That'll be the next. Meditator's like an auction to make it slightly cheaper on your next one. Okay, that was 67,000. Let's see if it gets reduced without bridges and tunnels and stuff. Let's see. Nope, it's about the same. Okay. Interesting. The way they work that. You'd think it'd be slightly cheaper because it's already kind of graded for the next track. That. Now we gotta wait for enough for that for a supply tire between the two. I'm putting this little ditch there. That's about even between the two. Set up a. Oops. Yeah, pack it. Yeah. No, I want it. Oh, well, I can't afford it. Oh, what's gonna happen? It let me bid. Usually you can't bid.
Say, are you a bit slow? I have already bid.
All right, so I just went into debt. That's fine. between Winnemucca and Elko. Make sure it's that bottom line. Check. And then once we can afford it, we'll add a station. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now we're going to add a signal to there. There to there. You're probably asking, why am I building the bigger stations? It's like so I can hook infrastructure up to it if I should I wish, which I probably will wish on a star. We're getting there. This one's going to be a little bit harder to complete because I think we're going to run a little bit low on time for that one, but we will be growing it. Okay, so this one does have a line on it, and this one does not. Okay, cool. So our other objective, this one here by 1969, that's what I'm trying to accomplish. So that's going to be the hard one. Right, so we got a train between those two, This train's waiting for a clear route. No suitable freight again. I don't know why this train is suffering so much. I might upgrade it to see why, or see maybe it doesn't have suitable freight because it doesn't have the tractive power. So I don't care about that. So I might buy the brand new one here. And maybe now it'll have the tractive power. You're still not at 60,000. How are we doing on freelancers? Meditator. Yeah, this one it'll lower your next price for next thing. So, yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna wait for another 200,000 because we got one more station to place. And you're probably like, well, that's a bit weird. Why are you doing that? It's because we need a station right here on this wood here. So, an inventor, which will give us points, I think. Yeah, this one provides for 119,000. You can get 100 points. I don't need that. I am just fine without that. Now build another large train station. I think I want to go this way with it. Could set it up like this as well.
People no longer have to haul their goods, and you earn some money in the process. Isn't that splendid?
Yeah, pretty splendid. Oof. Where I place that train, where I place this is gonna. What I might do is make my own line real quick. So I want to climb this hill. Okay, then we'll put in a large train station. Or put it up this way.
With each new station, the wilderness is continually being pushed further away.
Yeah, and what are you doing about it, buddy? I always hate that. Just like, oh, you want to complain about something, right? And then it's just like, you need to be doing this because you can, and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, but you're not doing anything other than just complaining about the problem, so you're not even trying to leave your house and help. That's fine. I'll just leave that one alone for now. So yeah, we want to avoid those big hills. And bridges as well, because we're gonna want a quad line eventually. So 110,000 is what that's going to cost. We could have went a little bit straighter. Yeah. We'll add in a line. But I want to move it. Let's move it over this way. Same with this one. Move it over this way. Then move this one. Put it this way. This one like that. This one like that. Remove that track point. Yeah, I'll kind of straighten it out. They actually cost a little bit more. So I really didn't save on money for that one. Just like, yeah, kind of lazily going through some hills. That's fine though. Whatever. That'll straighten that one out. Straighten this one out too. Just by moving the points around just a tad. Kind of straighten out your track. Yeah, like that. Okay, we'll go with that. Alright, and then one more track. Action. And we'll be pretty much home free to do that. That one costs even more. Home stretch. I don't want that, sorry. I don't want a meat industry. Yeah, you can have it. I don't want it. Okay, yes. Stop pausing my game, damn it. Need money. Okay, we're gonna finish up this railroad. Just like that. That'll be $37,000, please. Come on, money. There we go. Well, it went up in price. There we go. Okay, now we need to wait for a little bit more because we got to place some. Um, we got to place some things. Yeah, there we go. Supply tower between these two. This is going to come in handy, I think, at some point, if I remember right. Okay. There we go. Set up new rail line between here and here. If we want to use that one, check mark it. Wait for enough money to buy that next locomotive. I'm going to start buying the new ones. These ones here. 63,000 is what they cost. Wish I could click on this. And, oh, I can. Yeah, I want to build a maintenance shed on that. And I also feel like I want to up it to a 4. There's not enough space for a larger building or new tracks. Huh, weird. Okay, we'll just leave it then. Now we can finally... Hey, Sacramento grows. Nice. Also, we want to build a museum. Oh, let's get enough money first. We need 200 grand. Come on. There we go. Now the museum, what it does is it increases the satisfaction of the citizens' fulfillment of demand by 10%. Now this will basically increase your fulfillment, which will increase your population. So that's the thing you gotta do the most about, or most of. Gonna build it there, and there we go. And Sacramento's gonna just continue to skyrocket in growth. So then we're gonna set up a new train line. I believe it's between San Francisco. That's tractive power. Increase the number of passengers, increase the ticket prices, accelerates train maintenance. I'm going to go for this one. Reduces maintenance requirements for a locomotive by 20%. So that it requires less maintenance, which is going to require less cost. And then I think, we'll go for this, and then we'll just do these right here. So yeah. It's a new one between San Francisco and Promontory Point without stopping. So between San Francisco and Promontory Point without stopping. So it's going to be so San Francisco. It's going to be this next station. It says it's being used, but it's being used by that other bit. So there should never be a train line or a train on this. Just to make sure it's all on the up and up. It's going where it needs to go. I have had trains like off screen when I wasn't looking. Like they would go to another station, turn around, and then come back to the station they needed to go to. It's just like, okay, so there we are. And then we're going to add a locomotive. We're going to add the new one. Oh, also, we need to edit this train real quick. Oops. Yeah, we need to edit this train. Okay, San Francisco. We're going to do that. We're going to ban all freight in San Francisco. Promontory Point. It's going to use that one. We're just going to up that. Also, yep, okay. Check. Changes made to that rail line. Wherever it is. There it is. Actually, might up it to this one instead. Yeah, it'll go much faster. I'm also going to remove that train. I'm going to set up a new train line between Sacramento, Promontory Point. So we got to set this all up again, unfortunately. Oh, whoops. Undo that. Between San Francisco and Sacramento. San Francisco needs to use that one there. You need to use that top line. The top line. Prioritize that. Prioritize that. Ban all freight. Because we just want passengers. Without stopping. Check my ag locomotive. We're going to do this one because it's got to go Gotta go through the mountains. Yeah, I put a better train on that, and it doesn't seem to have helped. Okay, I think I'm also going to go through and change all of my... Whoops. I'm going to go through and change all of my trains here. Now, there used to be a way... oh, these are just filters. We can go into night mode. I didn't realize they had a night mode. Route details. I didn't realize they had a night mode. I thought there was a way you could upgrade all of your trains.
What's big, made of metal, has lots of wheels, and goes choo choo?
I couldn't tell you. uh, I guess we're just going to go through and buy all these. It's going to be loud and annoying. But you can suffer with me a little bit. Every single train. Oh, missed one. Oh, missed one up here as well. Oh, it's because I switched filters. That's why. Now this one, see, 37, 37. That one goes 46. So we're going to leave that as our express train. Nope, I don't want it. Actually, I think we got them all. Yep, we got them all. All 22 trains are now this new train. Cool. Yeah, we'll go for cabooses, sure. And then when we get another 100 points, we'll go for that, and then we'll go for these. What'd that say? Something available? Connection bonus, 320,000 it wants. That's worth it, man. We'll buy a small train station because you are not, or sorry, just a regular one. Because you are not worth.
Not bad, not bad.
This is you're not worth the hassle. Yep. A connection bonus for that. Connect up both rails. Or both sets of rails. that up. Put a supply tower in between. I actually might make this a big station so we can connect the corn and the wheat to Carson City as well. I mean, I know we got corn and wheat, or we got wheat up here, but I'm wondering if I should, oh, she connected to that, whatever. I mean, that would be easier because it'd be one train. And we could probably do a large, or, yeah, we could probably do like a regular train station between the two. No, it'd have to be a large one to connect both. That's just fine, to be completely honest. And if we needed it like to be a through station, we can absolutely do that. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna upgrade this one, build a maintenance shed like we would normally. Then we're gonna connect 3 different lines. Or sorry. Yeah, 3 different lines. Okay. Build our signals. Signals for down here. I don't know what happened there. Get out of here. And then these 3. And also a supply tower between the 2. Because we're going to have a train line running between those as well. Okay. This is getting a little bit complicated there. Alright, set up new train line between you 2. I'm going to have you go on that furthest outside track. So that you're unimpeded, basically. So this, yeah, that one there. Add new locomotive, my locomotive. Set up new train line, we'll take care of that in a second. So green farm, I want you there. Check mark. Yeah.
I have no idea where this reporter might have gotten his information.
Uh-huh. Then we're gonna set up another new train line. Between here and there. And that one's good. It's gonna use that inside line. Check mark it, add locomotive, buy locomotive. And there we go. Okay. Connection bonus. Napa Bay wants connected, probably to Elko. Or how we'll do that. Now this one, 289,000. I might just put a regular train station there because we don't need anything on that side. As far as maybe wheat, we can use one line. I'm gonna put a, which we connect it to. Okay, yeah, we can't disturb that other train line, so that's gonna be expensive, but it'll be a connection bonus nonetheless. It'll be something. And yeah, we're gonna put a train line here. That'll keep her from expanding between that. Yeah, that's the only wheat farm. Right. Oh no, there's a wheat farm over here. Okay, yeah, we'll leave that wheat farm to her. I'm not gonna fight over it when there's a wheat farm literally right over here. Okay, now the tracks are gonna be expensive. So let's get a bridge going. Let's be a little bit. Let's go up first. 2, 3. Yeah, let's go up first and then we'll go over and around. That makes for a smoother transition, I think. Go right by the Indian camp there. Annoy them with our trains. They won't be able to get any sleep. Did that end in a bridge? No. Okay. Just looked a little weird. So that's going to be the inside line, which is going to be the farthest. Yep. Okay. Good. So 176,000, 276,000. So we're still, well, not really making money. We're going to be losing money on this deal, but not very much. Put a supply tower right there. And I'm going to build a secondary line. I think that needs to be built. Actually, I don't know why would I build a secondary line there? Oh, you know what I could do? Let's go up like let's yeah, do that. And then yeah, just like that. Like that actually will work. So like that, probably. And then like this. And that'll bring this over to Winnemucca as well. So we can set up two sets of trains there. It's actually pretty nice way of doing it, I think. I am going to remove from here because I want this to do that. Okay. Now signals, of course. We always need signals. Always can use some signaling. Yeah. And we'll trade between Nampa. Yeah, that's the way it's pronounced. We will be constructing main shit though. Nope. Okay, now we'll construct it. Right, between you and you. Check mark. Add locomotive. Oh, a little bit more money. Okay, there we go. Yeah. New train line between you guys and you. I'll wait for another 63,000 for the new train. Oh, I don't have the money. Dang it. Oh well. Oh wait. Just a little bit more time.
Excuse me, but could you keep out of this? You're driving the price up.
Hell yeah. Love it. I love doing that to the AI. So hilarious. How we doing there, Sacramento? 82,000? a market crier. Promotes the possibility of your trains and increases mail and passenger volume by 50%. We could do that one. That one might help. In Sacramento. Sacramento's still growing, so. Yeah, we're going to do a market crier for comfort. It's like that one might help. That'll increase the population of passengers needing to go places. So, come on, Sacramento. So 1967 and 1969, that's our two. So we've done 18 out of 50. We're getting there. Oh, the one thing we're not going to want to do. Okay. Yeah. So this train right here, we're going to want to get rid of. I just thought about this. Elko to Promontory Point. Now, it does say without stopping, but if we have passengers going from Winnemucca to Elko, but basically going from San Francisco to Sacramento, from Sacramento to Carson City, they're just transferring all the way. We're going to end up in a bit of trouble here. Auctioneer will enable you to start an auction for a rural business. No, I don't care about any of that. So yeah, I think the train from Elko to Promontory Point, I'm actually going to disband this train because we are getting passengers to there. I mean, there's oh, you know what we can do? We can ban passengers on that one. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. That's a much better. So in Elko, ban passengers. And also ban passengers. So no passengers anymore. So they'll make their one last stop, and then that'll be it. And that's just because of that. Market crier. That'll help. Another market crier. Another market crier. Can we hire both? Comfort. We can hire both market criers. They're the same guy, pretty much. That's funny. There's another thing I wanted to do as well. So I want to do this. Put this here. And just like that. This one's going to go here. Check it. And this one is going to go here. We don't have the money. Give it a second. 73. There we go. Okay. Oop. More money for a supply tower. Did we put up a supply tower? We did. Okay. Yeah, we're making tons of money. Ooh, baby. We're making the muns. Making the muns, hun. I'm going to put this here. I know there's a supply tower there, and I could move it over here, but meh. It's fine. Alright. Set up new rail line between here and there. And yep, we want to do that one. So check mark that. Add locomotive. Add locomotive. And then we also need signals. So I'm going to use the same one for two different cities. So we never put... Oh, there's a storm. I was like, what the... Actually kind of scared me a little. Was not expecting that. I thought something blew up in the game there. like, wait, what? That's not supposed to happen. Signals, okay, and then new rail line. I'll follow this, but then we're gonna, yeah, just gonna go down here. This is gonna carry wheat basically over to this city here. 69,000, nice. Just gotta wait for 69,000. There we go. Perfect. All right, new signals. And another signal right there. Okay. Should go on that outside line because that's the only one that goes that way. Okay. So we need to wait for a little bit of money. Cool. I could also send this that way as well. I'm thinking I might cheap out on this and go to this one instead. And then just straight up block the.
You might not have realized, but I have already connected this business to my network.
I don't give a crap. They'll serve me too. I don't even see a train on this line, so how about you just meh? Just meh right on out of here. I don't know what that means, but sure. Funny. And then we'll just whip. And then wait for a little bit of money. There it is. Delete that one. Build some more signals. There we go. And a little bit more money. Let's see. Sacramento keeps going. Supply tower between the two. And there we go, because they need wheat as well, so. Good, good, good. How's our task? 18 out of 50. Yeah, now that I banned all traffic on that bottom track. Sacramento
Have
needs
you
us.
noticed my new factory yet? Everything's on the cutting edge of technology.
I think he just built a factory in one of my cities, but I don't care. Let's see, what do we need? Can we? Oh, we cannot do that yet. Oh, we're hooked up to both of those. We could do a distillery or a dairy farm. Oh, we're not hooked up to the dairy farm. We could be hooked up to a dairy farm. Let's see, you're doing wood. Yeah, I really want to take advantage of wood, but yeah, it's not going to happen. We could do a beer factory too. I mean, they're doing a beer factory up there, but I want them to keep growing, which is why I'm willing to add in. And we're connected to a wheat farm, so could do a brewery. But not many people are doing the distillery either. So, I mean, they're doing the distillery, but they're never going to get that type of stuff delivered to them. So we could have a distillery here, which can export to both. And there is demand. Is there any demand for those types of drinks? There's demand for that in that city. Let's look at personnel real quick. Freelancer. Ooh, an analyst. Oh, they will cause the stock market. That's right. For the competitor, they will cause stock market to drop or raise if you want them. So if you have like a whole bunch of stock in another company, uh, this one right here, you could have them raise the share price for a short time and then sell all your stock off. It's pretty underhanded, but it definitely a way to make a bunch of money. Or you can drop the share price by quite a bit and then buy a whole bunch of shares in a company. So that's two different ways you can screw somebody over, kind of. All right. Yeah, we wanted to go through this.
How sweet! You have a new toy.
Yep, and then we're going to go this, this, and this. That'll increase everything. That'll help out. I think we're going to do it. We're going to do a distillery. And the distillery can go right over here. Nice. Because we're already hooked up to everything we need for a distillery, so and that'll just continue to grow. We're almost there as well for that objective, and then it'll just be this one. So this one right here, that's not what I clicked on there, game. You're doing passengers. This one is in high spirits, but this one's moody. I think those are a bit backwards on the picture. They will increase another conductor. A waiting time, 10% waiting time, speed 43. They won't get anything out of it. I was thinking about hiring staff. Oh yeah, so we want this. Accelerates train maintenance. So if it ever has to go in for train maintenance, it'll be there less time. So I wonder if these have meat industry in Salt Lake City. We could get our foot in the door on some meat industry in Salt Lake City. He can have it.
Thanks to your work, Sacramento has become one of the most
There's that one.
influential cities and a hub for our rail network.
Kinda. So we've completed all the objectives other than this one. This is why I set it up so early, is because I wanted it to be done the quickest, because it takes forever, this train line. Now these don't count as stops. It just can't stop at a station. It's that whole point there. It should just be able to go clear on through.
You have transported the first
There it is.
passengers from San Francisco to Promontory Point. A journey like that would have been inconceivable until recently. You didn't have much time, but you were successful nonetheless. You managed to cross the Sierra Nevada and arrive at Promontory Point before Union Pacific. You have secured your place in the history books.
Congratulations, you did it! I'm curious where I'll run into you next time.
Mhm. Yep, so chapter was a success. I cannot believe they must have been like a bunch of people on that train. Or it just wasn't counting for some reason. Alright, let's see what kind of uh yeah, let's see what kind of score we got. We actually done the entire chapter, which would have been completed by night 669. We completed a couple years earlier. Oh,
The
cutscene
final
first.
hammer strokes at the meeting point of the Central Pacific Railroad and Union Pacific Railroad sparked a storm of enthusiasm across the nation. The time of dangerous ship passages, sluggish river transports, and exhausting wagon journeys was over.
Yay!
Despite
It's
all
good.
obstacles and dangers, a link between the East and the West was forged. Goods
Yes.
and passengers could now travel unhindered from the Pacific to the Atlantic. In the years that followed, there were still many perils and crises to overcome. But on this day, the foundations for an era of unknown growth and prosperity were laid.
Yep. Oh, office manager again. Time rating. Oh, why is it so low? So we filled all the fulfilled all the tasks and stuff. Again, time rating screwed us. I think this is probably about the best I got last time too. Even though we didn't even come close to failing any of the objectives, it was just um, yeah. See, if it says if you complete a task within about half of its estimated time limit, you will make the highest available score. So time bonus. I mean, we did good. Some of those objectives we completed them a little bit later, but there's not really a whole lot you can do. Look at this. See, we never really dropped in stock price. We just kept rising. So it kind of leveled out and then just shot up and shot up and shot up. Yeah, there's nothing we can do to make this rating any better. We can continue playing the chapter, but um, it'd be kind of pointless. So we're just going to go back to the main menu because we're completely done with the entire campaign. As you can see, we've got all the campaign done. I mean, I had it completed before, but we got all the campaign done completely, at least. So there's that. And there's also in this game there's scenarios, which obviously there's tons and tons of scenarios. Which I have not completed a single one. And there's also free mode, random map. You got the entire U.S. I like this one. I've completed one of these. Completed as president. I think that was 1830 to 1930. I did the entire 1,000 years, or the entire, sorry, 100 years. What am I talking about? The entire 100 years, not 1,000. The entire 100 years in between the starting point and the end point. I think I had like all the research objectives, and I took out all my competitors like immediately. But yeah, so there's the campaign. Again, I know I'm not amazing at this game. I'm not the train game master or anything like that. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode of Railway Empire. Um, a few comments. Next time, next weekend, we're going to be going for a different game. I've decreed, I've decreed I want to play a different game. Um, and that game is Colony Survival. So Colony Survival um, is a kind of it's a voxel-based building game essentially. In a way, it's kind of like Minecraft, but you build and manage a colony, and you got to protect this colony, and you just keep building up the colony and managing the colony. So it's a colony management simulator kind of, and you're surviving it and stuff like that. You're surviving the colony or helping the colony survive. You got to protect it. You got to do all kinds of goofy things to keep the colony happy and all that stuff, as well as um, build bigger and bigger and bigger in your colony. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. Basically you build all the buildings, stuff like that. But you're a king essentially. You're a king. You control what these colonists do, what their jobs are, stuff like that, um, and whatnot. So we're before if you are looking forward to colony survival, um, that game is going to be next weekend. We're going to start on that, or I will start on that, and you guys will join me. I wonder if I can rename colonists, because then I can rename colonists to all my subscribers every time I get into it. That'd be pretty cool. It'd be a nice mod or something like that. Um, if that's possible, and you do know that that's possible, you can let me know. Um, but anyway, so basically, um, we're going to be doing that next weekend, um, and whatnot. So hopefully you look forward to that. I definitely do. I definitely look forward to um, that kind of stuff, building up a kingdom and stuff like that, and managing a colony. Because uh, I think I said this already, but the reason that I want to play it is because it just received a pretty big update. It's received tons of big updates and stuff in the past, and I have not played this for um, a few years. I kind of hopped on it to see what it was like a few days ago, just as sort of a test, just to see what was going on. Now it's just like, okay, we're good. um, but I don't have any of the I have one achievement out of 50, which is place the banner. I think I got that the last time I played it when they first added achievements. Um, did that. So anyway, headset's falling off my head. Um, like I said, that's going to be it for this episode of Railway Empire. And until next time, when we go and play that other game. So I hope you enjoyed. And I guess it's a goodbye.